Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular. Welcome to your mystery reading. I'm going to start off with drawing out one card from the Prismavisions Tarot and then finish it off with one card from this box of cards that I made myself. If you'd like to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And before I get your first card, remember that this is a general reading that could be meant for more than one person. So if you're struggling to find meaning in a message, that's okay. Just let it go, because it might just be meant for someone else. And if it truly was meant for you, the universe and your spirit guides will make that obvious to you, either sometime during this reading or sometime during your journey. So throughout this reading, you might hear background noise. Someone in the other room is just playing a video game. So if it bothers you, this reading may not be for you. But let me get a drink of water here. So right there in the beginning, having to clear my throat and whatnot, I just saw 1, 2, 3, which is a sign to trust that everything happens for a reason. Clearing my throat could be a sign about your throat chakra and communication. And I also saw 111, which is a message to trust yourself. And so I feel like maybe there's something here that you want to communicate about or express in some way, and you're being called to trust yourself in that. The sun could also be, oh my goodness, the sun could also be significant. I mean, there's a big sun right here on the table. It could be the sun tarot card, the sun astrologically. Generally speaking, well, from a tarot standpoint, the sun card is about illumination, shining light on something. And I feel like because I saw that card in reverse, there might be a lot of darkness here, overthinking, negativity. I just saw 222. Yeah, I think expressing yourself is definitely going to bring more balance and peace into your life. I saw 2, 3, 4. It's going to bring more balance for a reason. A bunch of cards fell on the floor while I was shuffling out your first card, but the card that I have for you is the Knight of Wands in reverse, which makes a lot of sense with the sun energy and just feeling like you're drowning in the darkness, really struggling to see the light. There's a lack of faith here, a lack of trust in yourself, and that good things happen to you, can happen to you. Things can only get better if you choose for them to get better. Literally choose. I saw 3, 2, 1. It's up to you for a reason. There's a really big opportunity here for you to understand your true power and how much control you actually do have, not only over your reality, but in the collective. You can definitely make a difference or create some sort of change or create some sort of shift on a macro level. Energy is very significant. How you show up in the world and for yourself matters. Some part of me wanted to say for others, but this is mostly about showing up for yourself. That's what you really, really need to be doing right now. Being there for yourself mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Being there for your younger self in the way that you always deserved. The Knight of Wands is a pretty immature energy. It's more about action rather than, and like what's going on the outside rather than passivity in what's going on the inside, but it is a reflection of what's going on the inside. And with the Knight of Wands in reverse, you're either keeping all of your frustrations and these heavy emotions bottled up, and or you are expressing these heavy emotions in an unhealthy way. Regardless, it's time to find a new avenue, a new way of doing things, a new way of expressing yourself in a way that actually truly does take care of you and brings you peace. I definitely do get like the devil type of energy here, which is about attachment and feeling bound to something. There's something or many things here that you are attached to that you need to let go to allow yourself to heal and to find peace even in times where things are not working out the way that you want them to. And I just saw 555. You're being encouraged by the universe, your spirit guides, your ancestors especially, to transform, to change on the inside, so that way your external reality can change. The idea of manifestation is coming through quite strongly. Hold up. Sneezes for me represent blessings, and I sneezed 3 times. For me, the number 3 is about growing, expanding, and healing. So I feel like you will definitely receive blessings for showing up for yourself in the way that you deserve, healing, taking care of yourself, and finding new, healthier, constructive coping mechanisms. 654. Trust that you are being called to do this for a reason. You have purpose, you have meaning. Your experiences matter because you can make a difference through these experiences by learning about what they mean for you and your future. I want to say that you don't have to go through this alone. Definitely reach out to someone, anyone. It could even be like the 988 if you live in the US, or there's this website called 7 Cups where you can talk to people who volunteer to listen to you. And it can be hard to find a decent listener, so just don't give up on finding people in general who are willing to hear what you have to say and are willing to help you stay on track or find a new way of doing things. You deserve better, and your younger self always deserved better. I think one thing that is really, really going to help you move forward in a constructive, healthy way is understanding your worth and what you actually deserve. Your worth is not defined by your past or how people treat you or anything like that. There are some things that you are inherently worthy of. Like, you are worthy of being loved unconditionally. You are worthy of being heard, of being respected. You are worthy of being treated like a human being. I also wanted to say, the sounds in the background, you can probably hear them now. She's playing The Sims, and that has come through in some readings, because, it was in the background before. And that always makes me think that there could be something significant here about the belief that life is a simulation. I'm not supporting it or saying it's a bad thing. The belief is just coming through, and you decide what that belief means for you. I'm going to go ahead and get your last card here. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That really, really makes a lot of sense. Okay, so this card has two sides. The first side that I saw, it says exhaustion, and the other side says you know the answer. I'm going to get another drink of water here. Seems here you know what to do, at least on some level. Maybe you know how to move forward on some level, and you need to trust that you will continue to figure out things along the way as you keep moving forward. But yeah, I'm really not surprised to see exhaustion here. If you are feeling this heavy exhaustion, I'm really thinking of the Nine of Wands here. The Nine of Wands in reverse. You just feel so overburdened. And I really think that this exhaustion comes from a deep sense of frustration that first started out as sadness. As, sadness that eventually turned into depression. You really need to think long and hard and think back, like retracing your steps into history about what got you into this frustrated, impatient state of mind in the first place. When did you start feeling this way? I think that's a really important question that you need to ask yourself, because it will help you better understand the source of where it's coming from. And once you better understand the source of where it's coming from, you will ultimately better understand how to heal it. There's like a root trauma here, or a wound, a bigger wound that is creating smaller other wounds. This could have something to do with your parents. I can say for certain that this is about childhood. You experienced something in childhood that broke your spirit. But the passion never went away. The rage, it's still very much here. And it's time to reconnect with your younger self and what you're truly passionate about. Because I'm sure on some level you do understand what you're passionate about. Like right now I'm getting very frustrated with having to clear my throat constantly. So maybe you could be feeling very frustrated with having to express yourself constantly. You could feel misunderstood. I understand what that feels like. Active listening could be something significant here. Maybe you need to talk to somebody who is actively listening to you. So it might be best to see someone who is trained or a professional in listening to people. Whether it's a listener from 7 Cups, I recommend finding a verified listener, or a therapist, or, I'm not telling you how to live your life or anything, but I'm just saying, you need to talk to somebody who is there to truly listen, to truly understand you. And it can be hard to cope with the fact that, why do people have to be paid to want to listen to me? But I want you to know that, of course, just as in every profession, there are people who do things or do certain jobs for the wrong reasons. But there are also people who are truly passionate about what they do, and they truly care about people. And if you don't want to see someone who, gets paid to listen to you, that's why I recommend 7 Cups. And this isn't like sponsored or anything. It's just something that I use personally, and I've gotten into it lately because of my own struggles. And I just don't want you to feel like you have to keep moving forward unheard, or that you have to keep moving forward alone or lost or confused. There is support out there. Maybe it's not about not understanding that there is support out there, but more so about not understanding what you actually need support with. So whenever you get the chance, sit with yourself and ask yourself, what do I need? And then do what you can to meet those needs. Yeah, this is someone who needs to prioritize their needs over their wants. So, like, especially financially, spend wisely. Use your resources in general wisely. And like I said, focus on your needs, especially because you're exhausted. And, rest could definitely be one of those things that you need. Take care of yourself right now. And that will be the end of your reading. I really, really hope that it was helpful or relevant in some way. If you liked, hit the like button to show me that. That is the best way to support me. And if you'd like to offer even more support, you can do so by donating through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you have any. I'd really love to connect with you more. Thank you so much to those of you who have shown your support thus far. It means a lot to me, and it always makes a difference one way or another. And I feel called to show you this before the reading ends for anyone who stuck around, like a little secret message here. I felt called to show you this card, 111222. You are stronger than any form of darkness. We were literally talking about drowning in the darkness in the beginning of your reading, so definitely needed to show you that for a reason if you're still here. But yeah, the last thing that I want to say is thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around.